you check on that?
Okay. I prefer if that envelope wasn't sitting there,
Yeah.
but it's okay if it does. It's not that big a deal.
This first one is going to be an envelope one, but the rest aren't, or less, much less.
All right, fire when ready.
Okay. You're going to have to forgive me on this one. This is a complete indulgence on my part. And something happened to me that made me make this list. And it's pretty silly. This is almost a joke. And yet, I'm just going to do it anyway. And I want to be sure I get your attention. Wait a sec. Okay, listen. To make matters worse, if that's not bad enough, and that's not all. Also, did you notice to break even, we need even more records. If you think that's bad, here's what I'm not telling you. There's even more. That's bad enough, but then you think that's all of it? No way. Wait, there's more. Get a load of this. What you don't know is, have I told you that, well, there's much, much more. Are you ready? Well, here goes. Do you want more? Is there something that I missed? What's next? You'll have to forgive me on that one.
Cool. We've got, yeah, there's lots to discuss there for sure.
I thought it was full of meaning.
I guess I wouldn't put that on the list of what there is to discuss.
Right. I mean, those phrases, we use those phrases, but we don't stack them all together at one place at one time. And yet we're familiar with them all, right? It's the darndest thing. I enjoyed that.
Okay. Flesh it out for me. So, like, if we were going to do cliff notes on that. So now we're going to analyze that piece.
Yeah.
What do you have? Yeah. How would you go about that?
Well,
So
I wish that I had paused more. I wish it had been more, I memorized all that stuff. And so that I could present and unfold and change the subject and go to the next one with a little more flair. And I mean, sometimes I looked at the right moment, and sometimes I was reading what the next one was, and so on. That's one.
Yeah. So that's
A good actress would have more fun.
Yeah. So that's a performance note, or so
There you go.
a critique on performance.
Yeah.
While you were doing it, the note that I took was just in general, not about this piece, but in general for you and I to talk about, is writing for performance or writing for video, and how different those are, right? How dramatically different those are, and that we can do things in video that you can't do in a live performance. Although we haven't factored much of that in any of the things that we're doing here, right? You're trying to deliver from beginning to end as if that's one piece, and that's fine. So really, we're writing currently were writing for performance and then just videoing those performances, as opposed to writing for video, right? Which we've only done a few times. When we wrote some scripts and things. And we never actually took any of those to fruition, but where we wrote some scripts where it broke down, what we're doing with film, with the video, aside from the content. And so anyway, so there's just some things here. What else would you have to say about the content of that piece? Sitting here looking back at it, what would you tell the writer of that piece? And what is it that you were telling us, the audience? What is that? What was it about? Where did it come from? And what would you want to do different?
As you say, performance aside, I really like all those phrases, and they're meant to get your attention, and they're meant to set up the next thing, and then the next thing was just another setup. So it was contradictory, completely contradictory. It's like saying, hello, hi, how are you? Hi, hello, merci beaucoup. A whole bunch of, nonsensical.
Hellos. Mm-hmm.
And all that you're saying is hello, yeah, hi, hello,
Yeah.
Welcome,
Be
glad you're here. Can I have your attention? Keep looking.
So what was the name of that piece?
Attention getting, funny joke, silly share. Attention getting, I guess, would be the only one that almost strikes as a title.
Okay.
It was attention getting without delivering.
Okay. All right. I'm going to stop the roll and we'll do something next.